This is Cryptids and Comedians, the show where two stand-up comics talk about mythical creatures, legendary monsters, and fabled beasts the same way we talk about that one club that's half comedy club, half music venue, half four-star restaurant, half fold-and-go laundromat. And it's really good at all of those things.
It does not happen to exist.
Does not exist. Yeah. I'm Thom Tran with my co-host Peter Murphy.
Hey, Peter here. How's it going, everybody?
And every week we talk about a different cryptid, and I tell Peter about the history, lore, cultural significance, pop culture references, and show him any evidence, if there is any, and he tells me why I am wrong. Peter, as always, for the people who are here for the first time or just don't know what a cryptid is, can you tell us what a cryptid is?
Yeah, so if you're tuning in, this is a really good episode to start. And what you need to know is that a cryptid, it's a form of luck that you get, in it's not like a monumental bit of luck, but it's like the exercise of getting to a meter, a parking meter, and then going to pay it, and it's, the meter's out. Like, that's a cryptid encounter, right? A cryptid encounter. Or, you're in line at, a fast food restaurant, and the person in front of you decided to pay for your meal behind them, and you're in front, you're behind them, or you're behind them, they're in front of you, they pay for your meal. That's like a cryptid encounter. Or if you get like a frozen meal with like 12 chicken nuggets and you discover a 13th chicken nugget, that's like a cryptid meal. It's no luck to like change your life, but it's a small bit of luck.
These are getting longer and more confusing every episode.
And so that's what this show is all about. And that's what a cryptid is.
Okay.
Right?
No, it is not.
It's not.
Once again, incorrect. Starting the new year, wrong again. A cryptid is any creature or animal that is rumored to exist, but there's never been any scientific or hard evidence to prove that it does so exist. Yes.
Let's see, that makes more sense.
Yes. And this week we're talking about a creature that can be either super sexy or super gross, depending on which side of it you're looking at.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my God.
I think she would laugh at that. I think she would actually laugh at that.
Okay. No, we are not talking about Jennifer Lawrence this week. We are talking about mermaids.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Yes.
Love a mermaid. Love a mermaid.
And
Great.
by extension, mermen.
Oh, okay, sure. Hey,
which, by the way, I looked up, a photo of mermen. I was uncomfortable, so
really?
I didn't put that up.
You started to feel things for the first time?
I know, no.
Some new feelings?
Not things that I felt for the first time. Things that I just went, I don't like this.
Things that make you go, ooh.
No, I will leave the Googling. I will leave that to you.
Okay.
All right, so picture this. You're out on the open sea, wind in your hair, salt spray on your face, and suddenly you spot a person. No, a fish. No, both. Welcome to the concept of mermaids.
Whoa.
The half-human, half-aquatic beings that have charmed, puzzled, and occasionally terrified humanity for thousands of years. At their simplest, mermaids are mythical creatures with the upper body of a human, traditionally a woman, and the lower half of a fish. Like I mentioned, mermen do exist. And again, I Googled photo. That was very uncomfortable. So Google at your own discretion.
Yeah, Google on your own.
They're associated with oceans, lakes, rivers, sailors, storms, seduction, singing, shipwrecks, and occasionally combing their hair starring in an underwater shampoo commercial.
Or selling their voice for legs.
Yes.
I've heard that. I've heard mermaids are capable of doing that. In The Little Mermaid.
It's weird how
the most famous mermaid.
She signed away her voice. She didn't know. She was illiterate. Did you know that? She didn't know how to read.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. How could she? Because they couldn't get books down there.
Yeah.
Because of
paper disintegrates in water.
Right. She
throws the entire story off for me.
She must have.
Yeah, that's the thing that I couldn't believe.
She must have been a visual learner. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay. Well, different cultures describe mermaids differently, very differently. In some stories, they're benevolent guides. In others, they are omens of doom. But however they're framed, one thing is consistent. Mermaids have been a major part of global folklore for ages, bridging ancient mythology and modern fantasy with uncanny staying power. So let's start with the lore, the legend, and the history of mermaids. It all begins in ancient mythology. Mermaids, or at least humanoid aquatic beings as we know them, are ancient creatures way older than Disney. Way older than Disney. The earliest known mermaid adjacent figure is the Syrian goddess. I'm going to butcher this. Atargatis?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Circa 1000 BCE. She accidentally killed her human lover.
Whoa.
In guilt and grief, she leapt into the water, hoping to die to join her lover in the afterlife. But the gods were like, nah, you're too hot. So they turned her bottom half into a fish, and they kept her upper half as a hot human.
Oh, nice. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, pretty good deal. Meanwhile, the ancient Babylonians had another creature named Onans, a fish man who emerged from the sea to teach humans writing and art.
Oh.
And then there were the mermaids in Greece and Rome. The Greeks adored their sea myths. Sirens, originally bird women, but later blended with mermaid imagery, sang enchanting songs and lured sailors to their doom. By the time Romans rolled in, these stories had evolved towards the mermaid shape that we recognize now. So Roman naturalists, trying their best with limited lighting and a complete lack of scuba gear, often insisted that these mermaids were real, citing sailors' stories, because these sailors were usually stuck at sea for a while and usually lonely, often mistook manatees sunbathing on the rocks for mermaids because somehow they were able to confuse these two things. Let's talk about medieval Europe when mermaids get a PR glow up.
Oh.
By the Middle Ages, mermaids became a staple of European folklore. Churches even carved mermaids into stone archways as a moral warning, usually with a side message of like vanity is bad. So if you ever see a medieval mermaid carving holding a comb or a mirror, that's basically the ancient equivalent of judgmental sermon about Instagram filters.
That's a sign of what?
Vanity.
Vanity?
Yeah.
Oh. If you're too vain, then this could happen to you?
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
So the medieval period also gave us this idea that mermaids were omens, sometimes of storms, sometimes of bad luck, sometimes, if the storyteller was feeling spicy, of impending shipwreck and doom.
Ooh.
There are also Asian merfolk tradition. Plenty of cultures outside of Europe cultivated their own forms of merfolk. In Japan, there is the Ninjago.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
Which is horrifying.
Oh my gosh.
This fish person, I guess, their flesh is supposedly grants longevity. So eating one might give you eternal life, but catching one usually means storms and disaster. So a very mixed message. Would you, if you caught one of these, Peter, would you eat this?
No, dude. I would for sure like make it my friend. I would be totally like, I would try and find like a big enough bowl to like keep this fish person alive. Not eating it. No.
Okay.
No, because that's cannibalism, I think.
But it's a fish person.
Yeah, emphasis on
Is it the
person
face?
for me.
Is it the face?
Face? No.
Because that's a horrifying face.
It's a scary face. It looks like a dead face. But I would say for me, no, I'm not eating it. I would want to be friends with him. Like, hey, what do you see down there? Like, what's going on down there? Like, let's be buds. I never,
Okay.
I wasn't fishing for you. I was just, fishing for somebody else. Unless they're not friendly, unless they like take it personally that humans do fish. But my instinct would be to be friends with it. Find like a way to keep it alive on land.
So even if it granted you immortality, you wouldn't be like, yeah, I want to take a bite of that.
No.
What if
It's a curse.
They cut the head off it and then they serve it to you so you don't know it's. What if it's just on the menu?
If I'm tricked into it, I've done that before with lengua. my family members were in town, and I was like, "Hey, I'll order for you guys." And we had some lengua tacos. They're like, "Oh, this is great," and I told them it was cow tongue. And
So you did the tricking.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm not above a little prank.
Son of a bitch.
I know. Yeah. Oh gosh. See, I am an adventurous eater, and I would never say no. Yeah, I'd have to try it. I have to try it, and then I would feel bad because I want to be friends with that mermaid person.
I'm glad I just talked you into eating a
Yeah, didn't take much. What about you?
person.
You would eat a mermaid person?
100%.
No, really, no hesitation.
100%. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If someone slapped this in some butter,
Sure.
little hot sauce, little Franks, put that shit on everything.
Fry it? Yeah, exactly. Franks. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I could hear. I get that.
I also eat pig's feet and chitlins.
Nothing wrong with that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
So in China, there are tales of fish-tailed humans that appear early texts, often associated with beauty, luck, or prophecy. In Indonesia, the Elkin Diung, I totally butchered that. Those legends described a beautiful sea woman capable of interacting with humans, sometimes blending helpfulness and mischief. And then in the Philippines, they have the La Sirena, derived from the Spanish influence, which became deeply embedded in local mythology, sometimes portrayed as playful, sometimes dangerous, which is why maybe Captain Rios from Star Trek Picard named his ship the La Sirena, which to this day, I don't understand why it's painted like Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
It is.
Yes.
Wow.
So the La Sirena from the Philippine mythology and Captain Rios' ship from Star Trek Picard.
Sweet.
We also have the African and Caribbean. Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Ooh, Caribbean.
I blame Billy Ocean for my pronunciation.
Right. Really?
Caribbean Queen. I've always called it Caribbean because of Billy Ocean.
Oh, really? Yeah. What was I thinking they were saying?
Caribbean. Well, yeah. What were you thinking? What did you think they were saying?
I don't know. I would just like mumble it, I guess. That's how songs stay fresh to me. I just like them, and then I realize what they're actually saying.
Caribbean Queen. So, like I said, we also have the African Caribbean traditions. One of the most powerful water spirits in West African and Afro-Caribbean traditions is the Mamiwata.
Oh.
Yes, she's often depicted as a beautiful mermaid-like woman associated with wealth, fertility, healing, and spiritual power. Unlike the more doom-foretelling European mermaid, the Mamiwata blends allure with divine authority.
Oh.
People don't just encounter her by accident. You might meet her during a spiritual experience, dreams, or ritual practice. She's less storm at sea and more transformational power, though still capable of bringing consequences if you piss her off or she's disrespected. So let's talk about mermaids and exploration. Between the 1400s and the 1700s, European explorers kept insisting that they found mermaids, which were, again, almost certainly manatees, dugongs, seals, or the result of, months of not having vitamin C.
Scurvy.
Christopher Columbus also himself wrote about spotting mermaids near the Dominican Republic, though he did note that they weren't quite as beautiful as he was expecting, which, yeah.
What a jerk. What a jerk. You're not so great to look at, Chris.
Yeah, it's probably because he saw manatees. And was like,
yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
I grew up in Florida, and when I one afternoon we were swimming in a canal, me and my buddies, and me and my soccer team, and two manatees like swam up.
Really?
Yeah, and which is kind of dangerous because there's a lot of boats in that area. Dangerous for us to be swimming there. Anyhow, I was like a heavy set kid, and some of my teammates were like, "Peter, it's the rest of your relatives." How rude is that?
That's pretty rude.
Rude, funny, but funny.
Yes, but rude nonetheless. So there are modern interpretations before Hollywood. By the 19th century, mermaids become a fixture in literature. There's, of course, the Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid from 1837, which added emotion and romance and sacrifice and pathos to the tradition, pivoting mermaids from like a nautical hazard to a complex mythic being with interior lives. So, and that, of course, is where we get the Disney film from. Throughout the 1800s and early 1900s, circuses and sideshows advertised mermaid specimens. Usually, they were just monkeys.
Oh my God.
Yeah, monkeys sewn onto fish tails.
Wow.
Yeah. This was horrifying.
See, you can't even trust anything. You can't even trust your eyes. Like, this is AI back in the day. Like, that's an AI image, but they had to do it like with their hands.
Yeah, they sewed monkey torsos onto fish bottoms, which is proof that people will believe just about anything before the invention of Google. And really, let's be honest, even after the invention of Google, people just kind of believe whatever.
Exactly.
So there are themes across cultures. Across all these stories, mermaids tend to represent the mystery of the ocean, human longing for other worlds, the tension between beauty and danger, transformation, literal and metaphorical. These symbols of desire, fear, and the unknown all rolled into one glossy, slippery package. So mermaids in pop culture, mermaids have basically been booked and busy in modern pop culture. They pop up everywhere. Books, films, TV shows, songs, branding, emojis. So let's hit the highlights. Of course, we talked about Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid, which is, of course, where we get the Disney version.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch... Were you a Disney kid growing up?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I watched Disney all the time. I remember like in our after school, like class, for all the kids that like they had to wait for their parents to pick them up. We would often watch these Disney movies, and that was a popular one.
Were you a fan?
I don't know. I wasn't really too. No, honestly, like now that I think about it, like if that was on, I wasn't really interested.
Okay.
It's not like I was on some other device. I was just like, not really into it.
So you're not a Disney adult?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I mean, if I have like a favorite Disney princess, Ariel is definitely up there. Definitely got to be up there. She seems fun. Braids or combs her hair with a fork. That's kind of fun. That's quirky. That's cool. Got, some fish and I don't know. Is he a crab?
The blatantly racist crab?
Is he racist?
I mean, a racist interpretation of a crab.
He's okay.
What's his name?
He's not, I don't know, but he's not racist in my opinion. He's not racist. He's racist like Jar Jar Binks is racist. Like Jar Jar Binks is not racist.
What?
Yeah. Just because you have a Jamaican accent doesn't make you racist. That's how you're born.
You're saying Jar Jar Binks has a Jamaican accent?
No, but I'm
you're
saying
talking the
that
crab?
guy does.
Okay, the crab.
The crab.
Okay.
He's a crab. That's right.
Yeah. And then there's Flounder.
Flounder.
Who is
Yeah.
her most delicious friend.
Yeah. Oh, gotta be.
Also, redheads. I have a weakness for redheads.
Who doesn't?
Ariel, April O'Neil, Dana Scully,
The most famous, sci-fi redheads?
Jessica Rabbit. It ruined me for other women.
Those are your
Ruined me for, and also 3 of those are cartoons.
They're not mean. They were just drawn that way. That's Jessica
I had a girl
Rabbit quote.
say that to me once.
Really? That's Jessica Rabbit quote.
Yeah.
Oof.
She's like, I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. I'm like, don't.
Are you a Disney adult? Or,
No.
were you into the Disney
No.
films growing up? Not
I
really.
wasn't, no. I mean, I was a skater kid. Played
true.
rock and roll, played in a band.
Marvel counts as Disney now, though. And so I guess Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, is a Disney princess if you think about it.
Yes, this is true.
And it's in their own way.
Rumor has it she's joining the DC universe.
Oh, as
Nobody knows yet. I have a feeling I know who she's going to be in the new Matt Reeves Batman 2.
Oh, you think she'll be Barbara Gordon?
No.
That'd be cool though.
I think she's going to be Phantasm.
Whoa! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hard to do. That's probably the best Batman movie they animated.
Yeah.
Wait. So then you were never into Disney, really?
No.
But
I think I got dragged to Disney World.
and you just thought it was lame. You were just like, oh, I'm a skater.
Yeah, I was
this is
15.
lame.
I was like, this is lame. I probably said a
Yeah.
different word that I can't say now because I would get canceled. But I remember being in Florida, having the opportunity to go to a skate park for the first time.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then my mom finally was like, one day we went. And then the next day I was like, I want to just skate. So then my mom dropped me off. And she was like, fine, you're here all day.
Good luck.
You run out of money, that's it.
You're going to die.
You got to wait until we finish.
What was it like?
It was
Do you remember that day? It was fun.
It was awesome.
You had no problem. You're like, yeah, chips are like 50 cents here.
Yes,
you know?
that's what chips were, 50 cents. And I had like $10 on me. I was like, I'm good for the week.
I'll get some chips. I'll get a Fruitopia.
Yeah.
Maybe
the kid over here's got a Zima.
Yeah, Zima. Yeah. He's selling them.
We get skateboards. I got pads. I'm good. We're good.
True. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, because I lived in New York and I was like, we don't have skate parks up here.
There really weren't, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's a really great skate park in Tampa, and Orlando has some.
I'll be in Tampa in September.
Hey,
or
go
October,
back.
One of those.
You still skate, man? You still skate, bro? You gotta skate.
I do not.
Ah.
So of course we can't discuss mermaids in film without mentioning Disney's The Little Mermaid from 1989, which single-handedly shifted mermaids from ethereal mystery beings to beloved pop culture icons with wonderful hair volume. Other notable examples. My first experience with mermaids and inappropriate feelings.
Oh, can I guess?
Yes.
Splash. Yeah, Splash.
Splash from 1984, baby.
John Candy's in that, right?
Tom
Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
It
was for those of you who don't know, Splash from 1984 was a romantic comedy where Tom Hanks falls in love with a mermaid because that's what happens.
How could he not?
Apparently, that was a logical plot direction in the 1980s.
What's not to love?
Daryl Hannah, amazing. Just like this was the first time, and I didn't watch it in theaters. I don't think I actually watched anything in theaters until I was like almost in high school.
Yeah.
So this was definitely like a videotape situation.
Wow, that's Daryl Hannah?
That's Daryl Hannah.
Playing the mermaid?
Yeah.
Last month I saw in theaters Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair.
Oh, yeah.
And Daryl Hannah plays, the character with the eye patch.
Yep.
Wow, how crazy.
So there were, of course, various adaptations of Peter Pan feature mermaids who are, let's say, moody. Yeah.
Moody mermaids.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mermaids seem to be contractually obligated to appear in at least one show per decade. There was H2O, which Just Add Water, which is an Australian show where Australian teams unexpectedly turn into mermaids because teenagers and hormones. That's not bad.
You don't know what you're gonna turn into, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, it was. Yeah. There's of course there's the film Siren, which is a darker, more intense take on mermaids that asks, but what if they could kick your ass?
Yeah.
There was Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, technically a movie, but heavily aired on TV. It presents mermaids as like gorgeous until suddenly extremely not friendly.
Untrustworthy.
Yes. Branding and pop culture uses mermaids all the time. They show up on coffee cup logos.
Oh, yeah, like Starbucks.
Yep. Beach resort mascots, Halloween costumes. How do you Halloween costume a mermaid?
Yeah, it's tough, right? I mean, you got to be accustomed to wearing a dress, I guess, like a really thin dress.
Or you get it wheeled around in a wagon.
Yeah, or you just shuffle.
How do you but you can't shuffle.
I mean, there are some like red carpet dresses that are like really, really narrow, and stretchy.
But
I don't know. I've seen, this was really popular for about 6 months in 2016, but maybe 2017. But there was like at pool parties, you could hire someone to dress up as a mermaid, and they would swim around the pool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing.
I dated a girl who did that job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great ab workout, I imagine.
She was a bigger girl.
Okay, good for her.
She was bigger.
Yeah, so like
I like bigger girls.
Hey, who doesn't?
Big girls need love too.
That's right. Yeah.
They just have to pay.
They make the rocking world go round. They just have to pay.
That's a Family Guy quote. Do not cancel me.
That's amazing.
That is that's Quagmire. Big girls need love too. They just got to pay. No, they don't have to.
That's
pay.
hilarious.
Big girls need love too. All girls need love.
Classic Quagmire. You know what? Everyone needs love.
Yeah. Mermaids have achieved this rare folkloric status of being simultaneously ancient, sacred, whimsical, glamorous, slightly spooky, and marketable.
Oh, yeah.
They're the Swiss Army knife of mythological creatures, useful for basically any storytelling purpose. And in conclusion, mermaids have journeyed from ancient gods and storm omens to beloved characters in movies, books, kids' lunchboxes. They've managed to the kind of cultural adaptivity that most celebrities would envy. Whether they're cautionary figures, romantic icons, spiritual beings, or children's movie leads, mermaids continue to enchant us because they embody the ocean's central mysteries of beauty, danger, depth, and the perennial human urge to imagine something extraordinary just beneath the waves. If nothing else, they remind us that even after thousands of years, we still love a good fishtail. I will not apologize for that pun. So, Peter, what do you think of mermaids?
You know, with a lot of these cryptids, it's a game of telephone where I saw this and then it's changes. But I think we touched on it a little bit earlier. Pirates or anybody, you know, a Christopher Columbus type, you know, look into the ocean and they start to hallucinate. Like, you know, a lot of these cryptids are just like a mirage. And it's either you're hallucinating from
Lack of vitamin C.
From scurvy taking over, or maybe you're drunk and you're hunting and you're like, did I see what I really just saw? You know, because sometimes out of the corner of my eye, I'll see like what I think is like a shadow moving, like a ghost. I'm like, certainly it's not a ghost. But then I'm face to face with my grandpa again, and who knows? I think it's so like mermaids are crazy for one, and if they did have a personality, they would probably be pretty angry.
Okay.
I think they'd be pretty angry. Do they really exist? No. Can't. No, I think never. I think they're these least likely to exist.
Okay.
Mermaids. Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
think that as we know them in mythology now, as these creatures, I don't think they're real, but I think, you know, like you said, sailors out at sea for a long time, they're lonely. Like
Sure.
any rock with some seaweed growing on it might look a little, you know, oh, look at that.
Starting to look a little better.
Yeah. It's like after, you know, like when you get out of a relationship and it's been a while since you've got a little strange. Just everything that swims by.
Anything with a
is
pulse.
a possibility.
And there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Oh, we have to end on that. We have to end on that.
There are plenty of fish in the sea. Just pick the fish that's right for you.
That we have to end on that. That's the way this episode ends now. Peter, thank you so much once again. Happy New Year to everybody. I know we're just a couple of weeks into the season. Peter, where are you going to be? Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Find me on the interwebs, petermurphythecomedian.com. You can find my comedy special there. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I would check it out. And then if you are anywhere in the Northeast, you can see me bouncing around New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and a collection of other states doing stand-up somewhere close to you.
Excellent. I am at _Thom Tran, THOMTRAN. All my tour dates online on my website, thomtran.com. Again, I'm going to be in San Antonio, Texas, doing Millspouse Fest. And then in February, I'm going to be in Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky.
Sure.
I might have to bleep that out if if that contract doesn't get signed.
Sure. Yeah. Sign it quick. Sign it quick.
Yeah. All the tour dates on the website, thomtran.com, THOMTRAN.com. I am at _Thom Tran, THOMTRAN. The show is at Cryptids and Comedians across all the interwebs. Please tell your friends about the show. That's how we get more listeners. 5-star rating. I think at some point we will start reading comments about the show. on the show. And if you have a cryptid you want us to talk about,
Yes.
let us know. Follow us at Cryptids Comedians across the interwebs. And we will be back next week with another fun episode. Thanks for watching. Stay magical.
Hey, there it is. Our catchphrase.
It's not a catchphrase.
Put it on a shirt.